Hello, 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 and welcome back to the Four Kingdoms. And as you can see, we've got a kingdom of pillagers right here. So, guys, it's time to give you your pep talk. The villagers have been running riot. We need to get up there. We need to scare them with many, many iron golems, and make sure that we get lots of iron for our next builds, which will be over there. So we've got a minecart set up. And one by one, you guys are going to go up to the fortress and take your rightful places, okay? Oh, here we are. As you can see, we're going to get some pillagers in place. We're going to do some, just a little bit of decorating that we missed last time. And then we're going to build a massive super smelter for the dwarves. That's our first task. Okay, Leroy, Leanne, Leo, Leonard, Liam, Lebron, Leia, and Lee. Well, we did it. We've got all the pillagers now in our fortress here, which is quite cool. And there's Leroy waiting for us at the gate. We can just go and say hello, and we need to have a little competition because we need to see which one of our lucky pillagers is going to be the guard for the prison. And they all stand in this passageway, making sure that the villagers can't get out. You'll see I've put a timer on the door, so that'll mean that they can reset their sleep when they need to, and the iron will flow. So yeah, who's it going to be? I mean, maybe it should be Leroy. How about, or Lee? Could be Lee. Alright, who's going to be the lucky contestant to come through the gate and into the cart? You get to be a warden. Don't worry about what happened to Liam. Yeah, we don't talk about Liam. No. No, we don't talk about how he felt his death. We don't talk about any of that. No. So, who wants to? Oh dear, they heard about Liam. It's fine. It'll be fine. I fixed it. You missed your chance. Missed your chance, Leroy. All right, let's go. Up we go. Up the tower. All right, we did it. We did it, and it's working beautifully. And there we go. We're making iron once again. The villagers are safely ensconced in their cells. The prison is working. And it's even worse, really, because the villagers, they can look out of their tiny, tiny windows and see their homeland, which they'll never see again. Oh boy, what a terrible fate. Anyway, you might be wondering what's over there. That's something I've been preparing. Let's go have a look. Now, just before we go and have a look at that, it does strike me that you haven't seen this new area, the Enchanting Table. And it's from here that I got my Silk Touch diamond pickaxe, and also this pickaxe, just from doing enchants, which was fantastic. I've put this in here because it's actually the only build where it fits at the moment. I am planning to move this into its own build at some point in the future, but for now it's gonna work out. So let's go and see what I've done with these two pickaxes, or even what I'm going to do. Well, I used my new Silk Touch pickaxe to collect all of these resources, because we're going to need some power rails, we're going to need some redstone for this next build, we're not going to need diamonds for this next build, or lapis, but you know what, I like collecting them anyway. And we're already getting our iron from our iron farm over there. I've got lots of resources in the rock shop for this next build, so I'm just going to see how much resources I get out of this with my new Fortune 3 pickaxe. Let's go. Well, there we are, we're all done, and we've got obviously a lot of redstone, but if we take a quick look in our inventory, we see nearly 2 stacks of lapis, half a stack of diamonds, 2 stacks of gold, and lots of stacks of redstone, which will help us in our next up-and-coming build. So that's all looking great. Now for the build, we are going to need to get some dripstone, which I don't have any of yet. I haven't found any in any of the caves that I've searched for, so we're going to go and look for some dripstone. And it just so happens that I have seen some acacia trees in my travels. I haven't tracked any of them down into the lush caves, but for those of you who don't know, acacia trees sit on rooted dirt, and that rooted dirt leads you down into lush caves, which is hopefully where we will find both glowberries and the dripstone. We don't need glowberries today, but we definitely need the dripstone. So let's dig down and see what we find. Well, there's some rooted dirt, so this looks like it's the place. I didn't know you could find water. I guess this must be, well, not what I was expecting. Okay, but this is moss, yeah. Okay, alright. Find something new every day. I wonder if there's a proper lush cave underneath here. I think we've got to try and find out. But how do we do it without drowning? That is the question. Well, will you look at that? We found something. We found something that goes down into a deep cave. So I guess we're gonna check this out. Look at that. Yeah. I mean, it was just the ceiling. Oh goodness. These are so pretty. This is the first one I've actually seen in real life. I've seen plenty of videos. Oh, there's the drip leaf. I'd forgotten about the drip leaf. Spore blossoms. Oh, fantastic. Oh, I just keep on looking around and just wanting to say, wow. Oh, such a good job in this. This is just bringing more and more of the underground to life. I love it. I can't even express how much I love it. Well, there we have it. I have my first spore blossom, and you know what? I have no idea. Can you bone meal these things? I'm gonna have to experiment. Oh, hello, creeper. Just watching in the darkness. There's no way I'm gonna let you just stand there. You are gonna die. Oh, and you destroyed some of the cave. But you know what? It survived. I'll take it home with me. Lovely. Now, I was actually down here looking for dripstone, and I haven't seen any dripstone around. I thought it came together with lush caves. I thought lush caves and dripstone were two of a kind, but so far, nothing. I'll keep looking. Just when I had begun to think that there was no dripstone in the entire world, looking up, I think that is dripstone. But how on earth am I going to get up there? I should have brought a water bucket. Yeah, it is definitely dripstone, and that is encouraging. Managed to get this far up. Oh, managed to get this far up. And yeah, 3 carrots left. I hope I've got enough food to survive both getting this dripstone and the trip home. Carrot report. We are down to 1 carrot, but we have found our first proper dripstone. So, oh, now this is more like it. Why was I messing around with those little ones? I should have just gone for these big ones all along. Hooray! I made it out with my dripstone and no food left. But look at that, full health with no food left. It's nearly night time. I've got no bed. I've got no boat, but I am out, and I don't know where I am, but we'll find our way home. I don't know about you, but do you ever look at the stars in Minecraft and think if someone's been naming them or putting together constellations? I feel like that constellation right there has to be the crossbow. And yeah, let me know if you've ever done that, or if anyone's ever thought of that. Do the patterns in the stars have any meaning or significance in Minecraft? There's just one more ingredient, which is slime for some sticky pistons, and so here we are in the swamp getting beaten up by slimes, but it's okay because I'm doing more damage. But we gotta watch out because there are some phantoms around. I haven't slept for a while, so let's do this quick. Oh, we're heading back with all our slime, but I just saw these 2 guys stuck here forever, just hanging out, best buds. Well, I am sorry to say it, but I have lost my trousers, and I don't know where. They probably broke because they were the only things that didn't have mending on them. But anyway, I've done a lot of resource gathering. Probably still don't have quite enough. Need the iron farm to work its magic still, but got enough to get started. This is going to be a super smelter. It's going to be quite big. It's going to match this building in a way, and I'm really excited by it. Hope that you guys like it as much as I do. I'm kind of nervous about it, to be honest, because I've spent quite a lot of time designing it, quite a lot of time thinking about it, and number one, I hope it works, and number 2, I hope you guys like it as much as I do. So without further ado, we're going to get started, and the way we're going to get started is with the placing of the very first hopper, like that. That's where the smelted items are going to come out. Yeah, I know. I still don't have any pants, any trousers on, so anyway. Hey, look in the background. That is the first half of our new super smelter, and that's the smelter piece. You can see some furnaces. Well, maybe you can't. YouTube quality's not that good. So let's take a closer look. But this is the Dwarvish style with the cool waxed copper, which actually isn't waxed yet because I need some bees, but we'll figure that out later. But yeah, the cool kind of roof and pillars there. Roof's not quite finished because I want to show you the inside. As you may have guessed from my need for dripstone, this is going to be a lava-based super smelter. It's not that super, it's only 16 furnaces, so it does 16 times the speed. So I've used a lot of lava in the design here, and you can see lava behind the gates, and the copper, which the dwarves like to keep very clean and looking good. We've got the output here, where all the smelted items will be. You've got fuel input, which we'll talk about in a little bit, and then we've got the items to be smelted input. Obviously you have to signpost those. But up here we've got the tracks, so that's how everything's going to be distributed. And let me just flick this lever on and this lever on, pull the lever cronk, and you see the chests just go around the whole area, just depositing items, distributing them evenly, which is nice, and the copper kind of leads you to the buttons. So happy with all of that. And then in here you'll see that this is turned on, and this is a pulse extender. So while this is on, there's a dispenser in here which turns this lava on, and then when we turn it off, and it's only for the items that you're smelting, but when you turn it off, this pulse extender kind of slowly degrades, and so when this goes off finally, the lava itself will turn off. And I've set that so that we'll be able to see it after we finish using the smelter, and it'll indicate for a while that the smelter has been in use. So very happy with that, and now it's turned off, and yeah, it's just decorative, but it's decorative cool. You can see the furnaces behind the stained glass there, and then you can see the cart go back and forth. Alright, so we've got the skeleton of how this is going to work starting to come together, and as you can see, it's going to be a cauldron, lava, dripstone based fuel source. And we are going to get lots and lots of lava from lava buckets, and the way that we're going to do it is by rotating these lava buckets so that there's always a spare or a full cauldron ready. And when I said lava bucket, I mean cauldron full of lava. So this is how it's going to work. The dripstone, there'll be lava up here, it'll drip down the dripstone, fill up the cauldrons, and when it's full, well, that's interesting, water's dripping down, but there's no water up there. Anyway, when it's full, we'll come along, we'll collect all the lava in buckets, and we'll put it in here, and it'll go into that chest minecart down there, and we'll send it round to fill up all of the furnaces, and then we will press this button, and it will rotate the cauldrons so that we get the next line of cauldrons set up, so that we can take lava buckets from those, and then it will fill the rest, and we can just do this over and over again. Now it makes sense that the water is flowing. Maybe it knew that it was going to start raining. So this is what the lava pits are looking like, and I just like looking at it. Yeah, but if we drop down here, we see the cauldrons filling up there, and it's a little bit early, but if we hit the button, we see all of them getting moved around, and it just looks great. And then some stairwells up here to get up, and that's it. So yeah, we've just got to build kind of the shell around the outside now to cover up all the wiring, and some sort of way to refill the lava to make it feel realistic. Okay, so this is looking great. It's nearly done, and I love the magma behind the iron bars there. But this is not good. What happened here? We definitely need to sort that out. And what we're going to need is a bee farm, so that we can wax this copper, so we don't have to keep on making it unoxidized. That's going to be something. The other thing that we need to do is just up these stairs. Ooh, this horrible copper. There we go, that looks good. So now the lava is being pumped up and into the lava pits, and I think we could pretty much call this build done. You can see we've got lots of extra lava available. All of the furnaces are filled, so lava refilling here, and there you go, the pipes coming up out of the floor and being pumped in to the lava pits, constantly refueling. What a great build, really happy with this. I love it. I think it just fits the style. These pillars, what do you call them, turrets? I don't know. They just fit with the whole style. The fact that the build is flat and low, and then very, very technical. Just yeah, really happy with it. And if we want to change over the lava as you see it, reflow, cycles round. So yeah, really happy with how this has turned out. It's time to turn our attention to a bee farm so that we can get rid of this horrible oxidizing copper. So let's do that now. Now, if there's one thing you need if you're going to have a bee farm, it is flowers, and luckily I know where to get some from. Thank you, iron golems. Your sacrifice is well appreciated. So I think I've been a little bit clever here, because I want to make sure that any beehives I get, and this is the first one I found, have 3 bees in it. So I've blocked this up for quite a while, and I know there's at least 2 bees in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to put down enough flowers so that 3 bees can come out and pollinate and then go back in. And if there's 3, then we'll grab it, and if there's only 2, we'll breed them, and then there will be a baby as well. And there are only 2. So come over here, little guys. 1, 2. Oh no, there's 3. And 1 will be left here to... Oh, I feel sad now. We have a bee sighting, and that is exciting. Well, I think I found bee heaven. This beehive is located in the best possible place, and you know what? These bees are probably very happy, but they will be happier with me. Okay, pigs, we've got our beehives, and this is where we're going to build our bee enclosure and building, and it's going to be quite incredible. It's, well, got to look over here, but that's where our other tower is, and over here is where our village is. So you guys ready to help? No, you're just interested in my carrots? Fair enough. Well, welcome to the inside of the bee enclosure, and as you can see, we don't have enough beehives or created beehives, but we've got 7. We've got 7 beehives, and so I've behind me got 7 campfires. We're going to put the beehives on the fires, and then we're going to start breeding bees like there's no tomorrow until all of these oak planks are totally filled with beehives and bees, and we're going to have as many bees as we can carry, and then we'll actually start using this. So yeah, I should probably show you the outside, but before I do that, let's just put these beehives in. Quite exciting. And here is our beehive enclosure. That's an extra block there, and this is the base of it, and it's going to go up from here. But I had this idea from the start, and pretty happy with it. But originally I spent quite a lot of time in a creative world creating a tower. It looked pretty similar to that one, really, and at the end I just wasn't happy with it. Felt like it was too boring. It did have some beehives incorporated, but it wasn't what I wanted. So I spent a lot of time last night in a creative world just making something that I think that you will enjoy. So this is obviously a very different build, and it's probably the most organic build I've ever tried. It's like I said, I always had the base in mind, but this upper portion, well, it's new for me, so don't judge it yet. It's not finished, alright? But yeah, this is kind of part way done, and I'm excited to see what you think of the end result. So I'm going to keep going. So my elven build there is taking a tremendous amount of copper. I had no idea how much copper it was, and so I have been down in the mines and I've filled up pretty much my inventory with copper, and now I've got to smelt it. Seems like a good opportunity to use a super smelter. If only I had one. Hey, here we are. So what we do is we just take all the copper, put it in, and then it does take a little while to load. So we'll let that load. You can see while we've been doing that, our lava fuel has been restocking. We've got plenty of lava to go into all of the furnaces here. So we'll let this load, and then we'll send it on its way to smelt. Okay, I took that opportunity to clean up the smelter, and everything is loaded. So we send it on its way. It's going to have to go a few times, of course, but that is so satisfying. The lava's coming down, it's all working as it is supposed to. So we'll let this run for a while, and you know what? There will now be some buckets, so we'll let that run just once so that the lava can be restored. And we've got 16 buckets for the 16 furnaces. We'll restock these. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And put them back in here. A lossless system. I love it. So yeah, and we saw the copper coming, right? So there it is, smelting just as fast as can be. And so now all of the beautiful copper is mine. So we'll grab all of that. This should be more than enough. And thank you, my beautiful super smelter. There's plenty of fuel still running, but you see the lava has finished because I've turned off up here the power, so everything is reset and all ready to go for the next time. And there it is in all its glory, and I'm really pleased with it actually. From afar, I mean, it just looks incredible to me, and first time I've ever tried anything like this, and really just loving how it's turned out. It's also functional. Check this out. So as you can see, each one of these bulbs has a beehive and 3 bees, and you can even get in here, and like that you come up and grab the honeycomb, just like that. How about that, pig? And I have tested it. You can always grab the honeycomb no matter where it goes from here, but you know, this would be a very slow way to harvest, so of course there is a better way. Because all the beehives are still in here, and we get the honey from these places, so we'll have plenty of honeycomb in order to wax the copper. But we're not going to wax this copper because we want this to turn that lovely shade of green that will make this look even more planty, and is the Elvish style. What we're going to do is we're going to oxidize the copper on our super smelter over there, and then I think we'll call it a day. Well, thanks for joining me on our 3rd episode, where we built another couple of big builds, and it took quite a long time, but I'm really happy with how they turned out, and I hope you like them too. We've got all of the different areas, you know, starting to take shape, and I think it's going to look quite amazing from the middle when we're done. But that's all from me today. Next episode, I think we're going to do some quality of life work, so better ways of getting around, some paths, some tunnels, maybe some minecart rails, who knows, and maybe even some interiors for these builds, which we haven't done yet. So join us next time, and we'll have more fun. Take care. Bye bye.